Lewis leaders select a new police chief who is a familiar face to the force.
Former CPD Lieutenant Oscar Lewis III still has strong ties to the friendly city. WCBI's Alyssa Martin is joining us live in the studio with more on that. Alyssa?
Oscar Lewis left the Columbus Police Department just 2 years ago to take the chief position in Waynesboro, Mississippi, but his family stayed behind. Former colleagues of Lewis say his connection to the city gives him an advantage in his new role. Lieutenant Donnie Elkin has been with the Columbus Police Department for 25 years. He worked alongside soon-to-be Chief Oscar Lewis for several years.
He was a lieutenant at the time, and at the time I was a corporal, so he was my lieutenant. I worked for him. He was a good guy to work for. He
says Lewis is a good fit as chief, and he has the personality for the job.
Well, you know, he's former military, so he's a pretty straightforward guy. He goes by the book, which is good. It's what we need. But, you know, as long as you're doing what's right, you'll get along fine with him.
Tabitha Harden is an investigator with the department. She says Lewis's ties to the city gives him an advantage.
It's going to be a big role to fall in, especially with everything that's going on. But like I said, he's been around the department, he's been around the community, so he knows how to really try to get things back on track.
The two both say they are anxious to see what Lewis can bring to the table as the new police chief.
He's going to be a real good chief, I feel like, because he's going to be the type of person that's going to keep you out of court and keep himself out of court, because nobody want to end up in federal court.
And I'm glad Oscar's coming back home.
And there's been no word yet on when Lewis will officially take over the department.
All right, Alyssa Martin in our studio with that story. Columbus